Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Let's see. I went like that. Like this. Where's Logic? Get my show MIDI keyboard. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Here, let's get this moved over a little bit more. Hey, welcome to a new live stream. It's not ideal. My main camera is not working for some reason. I'm not sure. It was working last night. It's one of those Murphy's Law kind of things. But I'm live. Hello. Oh, let's see. We gotta get this one silent. I hope you're doing well. Boy, it's been a little while. Let me get to the stream feedback and see what I see. Make sure that we're all on the same page. I don't keep playing that to drive you guys crazy. So how's everybody doing? Let's go here and here. Is the stream working? Is it live? Is it good feedback? We got good connection. I'm not seeing comments. Oh, there they are. Hey. Hello, welcome. I am live from Portland, Oregon. I'm using a different webcam because the other one is not working at the moment, but hello, I hope you're well. So this is our weekly live stream resuming after a month, almost like 2 days short of a month, since the last live stream. And the reason for that is I have picked up all my stuff and I have moved to a new location. I found some people to rent my house in Portland. And so they are all set and everything is good there. And I'm going to get this to just be a little bit more like that. And yeah, I was ready for a change. My daughter graduated from, actually, I was going to do a little show and tell as we go along here. Let's see. Yeah, so so many things. It's like, where do you start? So there was this orchestrated plan started last October to first remodel elements of my house to make it nice, and then to rent my house, and then to move to the Boise, Idaho area to be closer to my mom and dad. And we pulled it off. We pulled it off. In between all of that, my daughter graduated. So here, let's see here. There's a good picture of all of us, her mom and myself at her graduation. She graduated from University of San Francisco with a minor in environmental sciences, a major in design. So she knows all of Photoshop's tools. She did a really cool exhibit at a museum that we went and saw. My mom and dad came along. They're 82 and 85. We had to use wheelchairs in the airports to push them along because they don't really enjoy walking long distances and stuff like that. But they were pushed and carted along to get to the airports and everything like that. So it's been really an interesting adventure. I am in Eagle, Idaho. It's a little bit here. I can do this. I can let's see. Go here, we say new maps.google and view. I'll show you where I'm at. Let's see. So let's see here. Let's zoom out a little bit. So I was in Portland over here. My mom and dad live outside of Ontario in a town called Payette, right here. And my grandpa Bud, in the 20s, in his garage in Payette, Idaho, started a May Trucking Company. So if you've ever seen, if you're in the US, you'll see these trucks go by that say May Trucking Company. They're all over the place. A big organization. You know, they're global now. They do all sorts of cool things. Well, started in Payette, Idaho. And my mom and dad still live there. And I wanted to be closer to them than Portland, because Portland's quite a ways away. Thank you. Go away. Fire on the Mountain. Love that place. If you're in Portland, you have to go to Fire on the Mountain. It's a must. But like, this is a long ways. It's a long drive. My they're starting to fall. And, you know, they're getting up at age, and I want to be around them more. So here's Boise, and it is quite the sprawling suburbia. I mean, you get into this area here, and if we go to the satellite view, request a unified letter. Oh. Hi, Shane. So this is Boise, and as you can see, all of this out here is suburbia. I mean, it's just a unbelievable sprawl, houses. They all have little parks and swimming pools and stuff around them. I found a place outside. I didn't want to be in that. But to the west of Boise, as you go along here, you get to an area called Eagle. Where's Eagle at? Here's Eagle Island. Here's Eagle. It's got more trees. It's got more nice stuff going on. It's a little more kind of unique, the shops and stuff like that. There's the Eagle Island State Park, which has eagles and so forth to check out. I haven't been there yet. But I'm in Eagle, Idaho. So it's close to Boise, but it's still like a 20-minute drive to get to Boise. Boise's a beautiful town. It's really nice and clean here. It's affordable. The housing, this house is unbelievable. In fact, I did a little tour of the house. Let me see if I can get that up and running to show you where I'm at. So let's go like that. And ooh, smaller. Where's my little arrow to shrink this? Yeah, so here's a little tour of the house. Let's see if I have audio working. That'd be nice. So welcome to my house. I'm going to give you a tour on Piccadilly Lane in Idaho. I love this house. It's very nice. It's got garage for storage here, garage for cars here. Oh, somebody's at the front door to welcome us. Hi, Athena. How are you? You want to talk? Talk. Say hello. Come on, talk. Please talk. What? Okay, thanks.
She talks more in a minute, actually. So.
And you walk in, and instead of a dining room, we have.
This is where I am sitting right now. It's at the front of the house, and it's the studio space.
All ready to do the live stream.
Sort of ready.
But I have it all set up at least, so I'm testing it, make sure it all works. Yeah, so computer, I've got a purple keyboard stand that I just got. It's got a headphone jack right here to hold my in-ear monitors up. It slides in and out if I need it to. Mixers and all sorts of stuff will go into these racks. It's not there yet. Just a little potpourri of some of the instruments I have. Just so they got to be legit, right? So if you come this way, there's a bathroom straight ahead. There's a guest bedroom here if you come and visit. This is going to be a second YouTube studio. I have big plans for something else I want to try. So that would be set up for that.
Look at this house. I mean, it's so open.
You got to have the green monster in your beautiful display. I've got my Dave Smith shot glasses from when we would do shots every morning of the NAMM show.
Yeah. Quality tequila.
There will eventually be a record player and more records here. They're in Portland. They're not all together here. Big living room with Athena's bed. I have a blue velvet sofa coming tomorrow to go here. Dining room table is going to go here. Incredibly nice kitchen. Love this kitchen.
Lots of space. It's more space than I'm used to, actually. I'm kind of don't know how to use it.
You go this way, you go out to the garage. If you go this way, you go into a messy master bedroom that's got a bathroom and
mattress on the floor.
Out back, we have a gas fireplace.
There's actually 3 fireplaces in this house. There's one in the living room, there's one there, and there's one in the master bedroom in the wall between the bathroom. It's like, oh.
Athena is playing with her rope. What?
Hello.
That's right, she loves a rope. There's a hot tub that is being serviced to get up and running. Over here is a water feature that doesn't work.
Yeah, might get that to work. Anyway, it's a really nice house. I'm renting it for the year. We'll see. I like it here. It's nice. But it's a change of energy. Just mixing everything up. I plan to do a lot more travel from here, so that's going to be fun to see and what happens and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. So, how are you guys? I was maybe and I realized it was a different time zone from Portland, but I see John has kept live streams at the same time. Yes. Kind of ranch style. Yeah, it's not a 2-story. It's more the wide open. I gotta look at what camera because this one's not. I wish this one was working. It was working last night when I was doing something with ScreenFlow, but today on OBS it's not. Just starting to get settled. I mean, I have no furniture. I have no dishes or anything. Those come today. I've been eating soup out of the saucepan. I mean, it was really like just pick up the essentials that I needed and move. That's what I did. So some fun things to show you today. We've got a video series that I have released called 6 Lessons because it contains 10 lessons. No, I'm kidding. It has 6 lessons. And let's see, close that. So I have that to show. There's 3 new plugins that are really interesting. Hello, Les. Good to see you. And I actually downloaded a new one I haven't even tried out, so we can try it out together and kind of study it. It's my understanding is I don't know if Shane was having issues with this one in UniFi, but we'll get to that. Anyway, there are 3 videos already online for the 6 lesson series. What I'm doing, because I want to make it so that there's something for everybody. If you just want to watch excerpts, there's like the first one is the full lesson for lesson 1, which is dealing with splits and layers, and we get rather complicated in adding percussion and drums and using macro knobs to do the basic kind of things you want to do inside of UniFi. So it gives you kind of like a overview of how it works. The second video is what was the second one on? My memory is not telling me. That was on loading libraries, right? And loading plugins. And so let's see, let's go over to my channel. We go to videos. So there's the full 12 minutes is of lesson 1. And then I put 8 minutes up of lesson 2, which is on adding plugins, which is basically what we get to. We don't get to the libraries part in this video. But if you own the full video series, you get to watch the second part. And then lesson 3 is actually like a 37-minute tutorial. It gets really deep into dealing with CC Writer, with the macro knobs, what the macro knob. This video actually will explain how the macro knobs work. Some of this stuff I've covered already before, but this is the covering with UniFi 1.11, and a number of you have asked for those things. Yeah, I love the new house too. It's very cozy. It's coming up very nice. Please show how your lights. Okay, yeah, I could do I have to have it working right. It's not working right today. I mean, the basics, all you really need is OBS for the software. Let me run OBS over here. This is the software that is allowing me to do this live. And you can have, here's for the Osmo. This is supposed to be for my Sony, but I turn it on and it's not there. So I'll figure out what's going on between now and next week and get that working. And with this, you can stream. So you can set up streaming. You have to put in keys and everything that you set up on YouTube to get it working right. Then you need a microphone into a audio device that is routed into OBS. See right here how this shows up. And if you're on the Mac, there's a really handy application called Loopback, which allows you to configure all of the apps that are running so that they can all be routed all at once into the audio interface, into the Scarlett, which becomes a device that can be seen inside of Logic. It can be seen as an audio device for the desktop audio to capture inside of OBS. Hi, Jurgen. Good to see you. And that's the basics. Then I'm running Logic Pro so that my microphone is fed through there so I can add compression and noise reduction and so forth to it so that it's a clean signal. And then I have UniFi running in standalone, although I can also have it running in a inside of Logic if I want it to, but It's just as a standalone. I'm showing right now, we have a sale going on at the site. This is the new studio. Yeah, I am now in Idaho. I've moved. You can use, instead of loopback, from Reaper. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Daniela. Yeah, I'm not sure what the tools are, but there are similar tools on the PC, and there's one from Reaper, I guess. So that will work great because it's free, right? Yeah, if you go back and watch earlier, I've got a picture of the studio I can share. I took this just yesterday. This is where we're at with the studio. I have racks with not much in them right now. We'll be adding stuff to those probably when I do I have a storage shed in Portland, storage facility, I guess. It's not a shed because it's in a big building, all that stuff. I have a lot of stuff there. And so I'm going to be moving it here and putting it into storage here so I don't have to pay almost $300 a month for storage in Portland for that. These audio, I just have some soundproof panels that I've had for like 30 years. My friend Bob Daspit, who is the sample meister for Spectrasonics, he played the guitar for Nylon Sky, and the guitars that are in the library, and the basses that are, a lot of the basses in the Trillium library that aren't by the stars and so forth. He played all of those instruments, samples. He's a big part of the Spectrasonics team. He's been a dear friend of mine for a very, very long time. And he gave me these lower panels. The top ones I had made, good Lord, that was in the 90s in Los Angeles. I moved to Portland in 2005. This is probably 10 years before that. They're bass trap type of designs with insulation to go into the corner walls, and they're angled. They just work, you know. I'm going to add some more things to this place. For example, this opening right here, it opens up into that living room and the sound just goes and then comes back. So I'm going to be putting soundproof curtains. You can find them on Amazon for adding control. And also behind me, see back here, that will also have curtains. So both of these two places will have curtains to make this room a little bit more self-enclosed. It's pretty alive in here right now. So I don't want it to be that alive, but it's still moving in type of a thing, right? So in fact, there's a chance that this live stream is going to cut a little short. I have a moving, I thank goodness, I'll tell you, if you guys need to buy stuff, Facebook Marketplace has become a really nice place. Mac Studio. What specs does it have? It's not very good. And I actually probably want to update this Mac at some point. It is only the 32 gigabyte, and that was the biggest mistake. But it was all they had, and it was one of those things timing wise where I had to I had to get an update. I had to update, and I didn't wait for the 64 gigabyte or more, and that's been the biggest problem. Okay. So anyway, so this is the M1 Max. So it's not one of the newer ones that they've been releasing and so forth like that, but it's sufficient. It's very, very powerful, very fast. But RAM, if you don't have enough RAM, it starts doing these hopscotch games with the hard drive, and that's not fun. I'm bummed that I did that. Hi, Selenia. I can't say that quite right. All was taken. I reverted my own Mojave. If UniFi is crashing, please let us know. Hey, Houston. Yes, the instant survived. Yes, I have a guest bedroom, so we can talk. All my friends that want to come visit, we can make that happen. So we can have some live streams of people in person and interviews and all that kind of stuff. It'd be really, really fun. But yeah, the studio, if when you're getting a computer, the specs for the processors are very important, but maybe more important is the amount of RAM, because that Apple, I'm not happy with the way Apple has gone to where everything is all, we understand the reasons. They can get super high speeds, all that kind of stuff, but you kind of have to make those decisions.
Max Pro G5. I'm not sure what that is exactly, my friend. If that's an older Mac Pro, I have 2 older Mac Pros, and this Mac Studio swims around them considerably faster than they do. Anyway, so we have a sale at the site. So I just wanted to point out all of the libraries that we have. Titan is really a cool one, especially if you get up here to the VS stuff. Oh, right. There is a downgrade feature in the installers to take you back to 1.10.3, I believe, because there is a cutoff where Mojave and so forth doesn't work so well. Titan 303 has gotten a lot of people really excited. I've gotten some very nice reviews. Part of the reason for it is because of the really cool TB303 sounds. Cool graphic art for representing the gods being DJs. There's distorted version. There's Apollo doing his thing. There's really cool BPM bass patches here as well. And this library works really well with Recycle. So if we were like then go over here to Recycle. And do I have the light version here as well? There's a free version of Recycle for you guys. In fact, I did a little graphic image that I can show you. Dates modified. Not Hello Spring. Not that. Let me see it as an image this way. There's a whole bunch of free libraries. There's, I believe, 6 in total now. Where did I put that image? To the top. Free. Let's do free. I want to look inside desktop, right? So if I go here. Oh man, I can't find my I made this really cool little. It takes so long to make them, and now I can't find them. AI, help me out. AI is gonna save everything, right? Free. There's 6 libraries. Recycle is one of them. Gosh darn it! Oh, Unify free libraries. I think I saw it. Unify. The list. By name. Unify. Here we go. Found it. Don't forget, there's all these libraries for free. And these give you literally thousands of patches to work with. Recycle Lite is really cool. Let me call up the full version Recycle and call up like a cool BPM drum groove here. BPM drums, maybe like some Tekken. Really cool vibe. Add that with the Titan bass. Split go on. Feels like Depeche Mode. Anyway, there's so many libraries. They're 40% off between now and like June. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Sorry. June. I said first, but I'll keep it to June 2nd for the sale so that it goes until Sunday night. It's always nice to end on the end of a weekend type of a thing.
So anyway, grab all these free libraries if you don't have them, because they do enhance and expand what you can do with UniFi considerably. The Guru Collective is where is it at? Plugin Guru. Guru Nation Collective, Volume 1. 465 patches of all sorts of really cool stuff. We had a really fun time making textures, sample-based things. There's strings, there's pianos. Let's see if I go to keys. Keys are here. There's beautiful strings, there's mallets, all sorts of things. Your Hackintosh runs very good. Cool. Where are the strings? Let me show this really quick, and then we will continue. These. Then if you go to the piano, I think there's a piano in here. A lot of pianos. So if we go up here to keys, here's the soft piano. So make sure you get these free libraries if you don't have them. They're nice. Nice to add to UniFi. Let's see. The 6 lessons videos, let me just cover really quickly on that. Plugin Guru, go to the website. Here we are. So you can go deeper into UniFi with this video series. 6 lessons for $59, but they're on sale for $39. The lessons are splits and layers in UniFi. So we talk about, and that's the one that's online right now at YouTube, so you can watch that. Then adding plugins and libraries talks about there's numerous ways to get library plugins into UniFi. And I show you all of them, from dragging from the desktop to the complete search to a single instrument search, and how you can do multiples in that mode, as well as how to install libraries. Basically, I start with UniFi at scratch, day 1, and then we add Zebra 2, Cherry Audio's DCO 106, and Labs. And I talk about Labs as a free plugin that everybody should have. Interestingly, I'm curious to see what happens. I would highly suggest everybody make sure you have Labs and that you've got all of the libraries for Labs, because it looks like it's becoming a paid version that will do more in their own plugin, this Labs Plus I've seen them announce. And it sounds like it's not free from what I can tell. So I think it'll have these plus additional things. And we can't support that in the same way because the sample libraries are free from Labs. We could put them into a unified library. You still have to own them. You still have to download everything. But the Unified Labs library, I should have it here. It's, let's see, turn off. There's 112 patches with piano. There's 612 patches in the Unified Library. All of the different libraries are in large caps that are there. There's over 30 gigabytes of samples in this. But I'm not sure exactly what they're going to go into. Yes, the currently free libraries will stay free, but they're going to end support for them, from my understanding. So, not true free. Okay. Well, I don't know the details of Labs Plus. Labs, as it is right now, is 100% free, but they have something new coming, and the wording to me sounds a little bit like there's more to it. So I'm not going to say whether it's cost anything or not, because I don't know. So we will find out. But it's a really cool free resource. So in that video tutorial, we cover getting it to work inside of UniFi, what it takes and stuff like that. UniFi, is that a contact clone? UniFi is a host with some unique capabilities. For one thing, when we were designing UniFi, we got permission from a number of companies to include their plugins in UniFi, and we designed our own sample player in UniFi so that we would have tools to work with. By compressing, but keeping the original. Any way of compressing but keeping the original. We do that in the library sometimes, but it's nothing inside of UniFi to do that. Samples need, for the most part, to be uncompressed to play properly and stuff like that. But UniFi is a host, but it's also I wanted a place to make libraries that I could sell and protect them, because I've done 40 libraries for Omnisphere, and you can find them on all sorts of places for free to torrent, etc. Right? But a lot of you guys are ethical, good, kind people, and so we did a system where it's a plugin that can load all of your plugins. You can layer all of your plugins. I currently have access to quite a few instruments inside of here. You can have 24 layers of as many instruments as you want. It's very powerful. So then we support all these third-party libraries like Labs. We saved all of the patches in UniFi format so you can quickly play them. Just push a button and you're playing it. So you can just... And then one thing that's cool with UniFi that's different from anybody else is that any of the patches that you see, you can change where it changes to UniFi layer. And now when you choose a patch like Dinner Bells, it adds it as a new layer. So you can play them all. If you go to Choir Along, turn this down, and now I've added a choir. You can do this 24 times. You can do hacky stuff, right on. Yes, we are into hacky stuff. You know, it's like all these companies that have lots of plugins, they make something so that you can play their plugins. But I wanted something that could play with everybody's plugins and not really care about, committing to just one brand. So with this, you can load VST, VST3, and audio units into the same patch, and you can use any of the plugins that you own. And so how to replace one layer? Well, so I've got these UniFi layers, right? So I've made this thing. And the bell doesn't play all the way, so maybe I want a different bell. So if I open this UniFi layer, I now have access to the patch browser to replace this with anything I want. So I could go bell inside of Labs and see, here's Christmas. So here's let's do handbells. Yeah, no recent updates because they've been working on Labs Plus, from my understanding, right? And what's fun with UniFi is that here's all your libraries you have access to. Hi, hey, UniFi. Athena's here. Do you guys want to say hi to Do you guys want to say hello to Athena? Come here. Let's say hi. Come here. Come here. Sit down. Ugh. She's grown a little bit from the early days, but here's Athena. Hi, Athena. She's not used to being on my lap, so she doesn't know what she's doing up here. She's like, what am I doing up here? Huh? Do you wish you had your rope? Yeah, you want your rope, don't you? She's like, give me down, Dad. What? Do you have to go outside? Hey, 1 second. I'm going to go open the door in case she needs to go outside. She might want to go out and play with her rope or something like that. So I'll be right back. These are casual live streams, so that means we can go let our dog out. So 1 second. Come here. Come here. Get your rope. All right. Had to open the screen door just so she had access to getting outside. So UniFi opens it up. So if I didn't load this, say maybe I want to go to Cloud City, and I'm still looking at bells. So now I could use one of these bells. I have a question. I have UniFi on 2 computers. How do I transfer my patches and macro knob assignment links properly? Athena's getting used to the new digs. She didn't like staying with my mom and dad and their 3 dogs. That was not so fun. All you have to do is save the patch, and the assignments that you've done to your patch will transfer to the other computer, then use Dropbox or a thumb drive or something to copy the files to get them to the other computer. Everything, if you right click, you can say reveal in Finder, so it can show you where the libraries are. Now, if it's a library from Plugin Guru, you got to make sure that the other computer is authorized and licensed, right? Stuff like that. But the files can transfer back and forth. My favorite. I love Cloud City. It's one of my favorites too. So room looks very doable. Yeah. There's a lot of room to work with. And then I have the other studio in the front. That's going to be a secondary studio. That's going to be more focused on. I want to do a little bit more. I have a YouTube channel idea I want to try. So, but lots of stuff to do. I mean, I'm living out of a suitcase basically still, type of thing. So you can, if you have it loaded as a Unify layer, the nice thing with that also is that it embeds the knob assignments that were there in that patch. It's one thing that we talk about a lot in the video tutorials is that Synestia is Brian Clevenger's new audio effect. Not available yet, so I can't show it yet. I have it here. It's wonderful. Wait till you guys. He did a rather cool update. I've asked him for a while for something. I think he incorporated that into it. Got the video. Is going to schedule time. Great. Awesome. Thank you, Machine Storm. Appreciate. Enjoy them. Hope you guys like the. If you like the videos, please put up a video comment. Put a little review so that other people know about them. I don't have reviews there yet. So late to the game today. So glad you're back. Hi, Michael. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, it's good to be here. Here, I'll play it one more time. We're just hanging out. I've got 3 plugins to show you, so don't leave yet. There's some amazing stuff to show you. So here is the video tour of the house. Let me do this one more time, since more of you have shown up. So welcome to my house. I'm going to give you a tour on Piccadilly Lane in Idaho. I love this house. It's very nice. It's got garage for storage here, garage for cars here. Oh, somebody's at the front door to welcome us. Hi, Athena. How are you? You want to talk? Talk. Say hello. Oh, come on, whoops. Talk. Please talk. What? Please talk. Okay, thank you. Yeah. And you walk in, and instead of a dining room, we have a workspace. All ready to do the live stream. Oh, it's not till tomorrow. But I have it all set up at least, so I'm testing it, make sure it all works. Yeah, so computer, I've got a purple keyboard stand that I just got. It's got a headphone jack right here to hold my in-ear monitors up. It slides in and out if I need it to. Mixers and all sorts of stuff will go into these racks. Yeah, so those racks are empty. I've got stuff to put into them, but it's in my storage place in Portland. Not so there yet. From there. Hang drum, my wave drum, things I'm recording and stuff right now. Instruments I have, just so they got to be legit, right? So if you come this way, there's a bathroom straight ahead. There's a guest bedroom here. If you come and visit. This is going to be a second YouTube studio. Big bedrooms. I love this place. Big plans for something else I want to try. So, yeah. So that. And then, you got to have the green monster in your beautiful display. I've got my Dave Smith shot glasses from when we would do shots every morning of the NAMM show. Miss the guy. There will eventually be a record player and more records here. They're in Portland. They're not all together here. Big living room with Athena's bed. I have a blue velvet sofa coming tomorrow to go here. Dining room table is going to go here. Incredibly nice kitchen. Love this kitchen. Yeah, so stuff like that. If you go this way, you go out to the garage. If you go this way, you go into a messy master bedroom that's got a bathroom. And yeah, I have more space than I know what to do with, so I'm working on organizing out it. Back, we have a gas fireplace in the back patio. Athena is playing with her rope. What? Hello. Yeah, that's right, she loves her rope. There's a hot tub
that is being serviced to get up
Yeah, it
and
leaks
running.
right now.
Over here is a water feature that doesn't work, that I hope to get work.
Yeah, nice
Right.
house. It's a nice house. I'm happy to be here. I needed a change up in environment. For 6.5 years, I had done everything I could at the upstairs house in Portland. It's nice to have a kitchen right next to me, although I don't like the refrigerator. It's a little noisy when it goes on, but I can deal with that. But I wanted a different layout. When it gets warm in the summer, upstairs gets warm. That won't be the case here. This has nice air conditioning and it's a single layer of housing. So don't have those same types of issues to work with. Yeah, thank you. I'm happy. It's a good spot. So boy, have we got some cool things we're working on. I can't wait. We've been working hard on the next update, which will be a paid update for UniFi. It is going to blow your minds. I can't even tell you what it's got going on yet, but it's exciting. Good stuff. So I can't wait for later this year when we bring it out. There's all sorts of really cool libraries we're working on, stuff like that. Yeah, Athena talks to me all the time. So, okay. So, new plugins. Once again, the video tutorials are available at my site. There's 6 lessons. I didn't even get through all of them. So the other lessons after Macronomes and CC Writer, number 4 is polybox, monophonic to polyphonic. And we do a thing in there also where we take Uhi's Repro 5 is a 5-voice polyphonic, and we make it 90-voice polyphonic. So it's definitely something interesting to watch with. Then lesson 5 is polybox rhythm fun. So we get into wave sequencing, multiple layers on different MIDI channels using polybox and how to configure it. And then lesson 6 is doing two different patch assignments, one with BlueArp. So I show you all the features in BlueArp to get it up and running, doing whatever kind of things you might want it to do. And then the other one is on MIDI box. And we actually, the lesson 5, we make a MIDI file, and then we go through the steps of getting it into UniFi, being used to play in MIDI box and trigger things and all sorts of stuff. So I just wanted to, if these go well, if you guys enjoy these, there's links to a topic at our forums right here. I don't even know if anybody has posted anything yet, but with this link to the forums, yeah, nobody's replied at anything to it yet. But if you have ideas, suggestions for other lessons I should be covering in a future one, I think I want to do a series also just on all of the plugins and just go through each one of the UniFi standard and go through Guru Sampler, all the details of everything, and get stuff away. Oh, that's too bad. Daniela, you should have gone to Super Booth. It was still a really cool show. There's some really great things on display. So let's see. Hi, Shane. I didn't know Shane was here. Shane's here. I saw Taylor is here, so the team is here. Thank you, guys. Good to see you. So anyway, there's 3 new synthesizers I want to show you. We're gonna save the new Hans Zimmer Legend is incredible. I have something first to show you that's really interesting. There's a company called Toybox. If we go down here to Toybox Audio, they actually have 2 plugins. They have Thump 1, which is free, and so. One voice. But it can do some cool things. It's basically you have a layer as well as the kick. And the layer, I don't see where you choose what the layer is. I think he did that on purpose. Anyway, he has a new version you can buy. I think it's $39. Let me get to the website. Toybox Buzz Zone. This is great. I really am enjoying this synth, and it's very reasonably priced. It's the most reasonably priced, I'm going to be showing you. So let's see if we go here, new Buzz Zone. Here it is for the website. It's Toybox. Hello, thank you. Toyboxaudio.com.
It's 5 voice polyphonic, I believe. Look at that. Intro price of only $24. And it has, I think that there's an iPad version as well. So you can get that. And here you can actually see what sample it is. And there's a whole bunch. So there's a decent database. It's got a really unique raw character. The thing that makes this really unique is that you see these little arrows are pointing to each of these knobs, and what this gives you is a parameter knob. Like here's the position, right? So if I double click here and I make a graph, it's now doing that to the sound while I play. So you could there's an effect over here now, and there's quite a few different effects from sparkles, reverbs of different types, and the patch is just really nice. If you go to something like the synths, the hits are really cool. Look at that, Shane's doing tech support in real time. That's why we're here every week. So it's more dance oriented. You're not gonna find strings and cinematic stuff per se in this. We do have cinematic, that's coming up next. Hi, buddy. Since I'm on the ground floor, Athena comes over and visits me a lot more often than when I was upstairs. Hey, Adrian, welcome. We are at our little new studio space in Eagle, Idaho. And Athena's here. You want to get up and say hi again? She likes getting up and say hi. Urgh. Hello, how you doing? Yay. Down you go. What? 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 Oh, you want to play with the ball or the rope? She wants me to go play with her. It's like, take me outside, Dad. Okay, so this, hi, yeah, go lay down, honey. Go lay down, honey. Good girl. I'll be done in a little bit. It's basically a synth element and a sample element together, right? And then if you need more voices of polyphony, this is a perfect case where if you were to go to some of these other sounds like the keys, you know, 5 voices. Runs out fairly quickly. So with UniFi, one of the things we can do is if we go over here and we say add a MIDI effect, and we use, let's call it a template so we make it nice and easy. So we go layer from preset, and we say polybox 8 layers. So this will give us 8 layers, which is 8 times 5 is 40. So we'll have a 40 voice version of this. So polybox is set. So it's now the MIDI input is going to come into this MIDI effect. Polybox is our own little MIDI effect. You can have up to 16 layers that it can do all sorts of things with. It can do wave sequencing by each note in advances the MIDI channel by 1. But in this case, it's doing it where each note that it gets, even in chords, gets distributed to different MIDI channels automatically very quickly. So if I go over here and I say, listen to Polybox, and I set this layer at MIDI channel 1, all I have to do is go over here to the little dot right here and say duplicate 7 next MIDI channel.
And by doing that, it will make 7 versions of whatever the patch is. And I'm not going to run out of Voices of Epiphany. There's a repeating kind of thing going on here. And then the way that we design this is if you hold down Option or Alt and click Init, it automatically deletes everything but the first layer. So you can hit Bypass on Polybox, go to Buzz Zone. Maybe I want to try. See, I can't play chords at all. It's just right. So all we have to do is go over here, turn back on Polybox, and tell this to duplicate 7 layers of this. And now I have a 40 voice polyphonic. The mod wheel works on all the instrument layers at once. The pitch pin works on them all. So it sends out and distributes to all the MIDI channels and something like that. So, oh, they have plugins for Reactor. Okay, cool. That's probably where they started. And now they've gotten into doing their own plugins. And Buzz Zone is really, really cool. I like the sound of it. Let's get over here back like this. Open up Buzz Zone. Some interesting harmonics. And the fact that there's an envelope so you can immediately modify things with its own envelope without having to patch anything. You don't have to route anything like that. Is really, really handy. So it's for $29, or was it $24, I think, right? Where were we at? Let's see. New Buzz Zone. One more time. Toyboxaudio.com. And I gotta go like this. Then Unify is gonna jump in front of it because I've learned my lesson. Yeah, it's retail is $39, but it's $24. So it's wonderful to work with. Yeah, you can try out Thump 1, which is free, and that will get you a smaller version that's monophonic of the same engine. Both are great. I really like it. Next on the list is a new one from our friends at Traction called NAV. I forgot what the name of it was. It's the synth. Let's go here to the synth. Synth Factory Horizon. This is an interesting one. Cool interface. It's a little tricky. As you see on the top, it has 4 different samplers, 4 different synthesizers, and then 2 loops that can all be used to play one note of 10 different elements playing on that one note. So it can sound rather epic in cases. Let's get a little more of our, let's go replace with mastering, the light version. It has a vector. You have to tell it what you want to have in the vector positions, but once you've done this, let's see, there's 2 of those, and synth 2 is on. You can see if it's muted with the little red M, then it doesn't play, but synth 2 is on. So we can go synth 2, put it here. So now I can there's a modulation page for all sorts of modulation sources.
I haven't played with it enough to find out if this can be modulated. I believe it can. There's triggering, and they put it in play mode. There we go. Yeah. Let's have it half speed. I think it has a record button here so you can record motion into it, which is nice. There's a mountain of patches. If you go to the factory, the Atmoses are really, really cool. Let's see. Let's close my eyes. So if you're a fan of layering, I don't think anything's come close to this in a single plug-in synth, unless you're talking about Unify, where it can go far deeper than this. But inside of one synth design, it's a lot going on. So this is more in the cinematic vein. It's not a really in your face. Even the basses, they're 808s. It's not that in your face kind of present sound, but it's a really great sound. But where it really excels is when you get into the pads and the Atmos. These pads, there's a whole lot of really cool. Under weird stuff, the Deduke. Let's go find that. So weird and wonderful. A Deduke at night. Let's play the Deduke. So I put the links in the video description. Let's go to the website anyhow. So this is ZEN. You'll find it at traction.com. Once again, hide this. Go hide Unify. Here it is. There's the free trial version of Horizon from the Synth Factory. Apparently, this was originally started as a synth for Andy Hodgson's film work for different things he was doing. And then from there, it has grown over time to become something that they want to release and share with everybody else. So if you go to the Buy Now page, it's $129. And sounds great. It's kind of in the vein more like of an Omnisphere type of a category instead of like an analog synth of a certain type of synthesis. It's more the layering, but it does have 4 synth elements and 4 sample elements and loops. Very powerful. So download the demo if you want to try playing with this, getting a little bit more under the skin than what I'm showing you here. I thought it was really nice. There's all sorts of cool stuff. The retro. Oh, and there is a sale. That's right. There is, if you type in, I think it's the keywords, right? And I guess it's on the new stuff too. So Horizon. They have it, I think, at the top of the website. Right here, you have a promo code you can use, MDAY24, and that will save you 40%. So you can get this at a 40% discount. So that's a good deal to go with. Lastly, to show you is a synth that has come from an interesting starting point. It's Legend HZ. It originally was known as just the Legend, and that was a 3 oscillator mini Moog type of a synth, and a lot of people loved it and thought it was extremely accurate and unique. I still agree with that. Now, when you buy the Legend HZ, it comes with the Legend patches, so you have all of the the patches that came with the original Legend. So it's using just 3 oscillators because these other 3 oscillators didn't exist. It's a lot more, it's a very in-your-face kind of sound. The poly patches are very nice. And again, if you need more voices of polyphony, that's where Unify is great, because we could make 4 layers of this and give you 32 notes of polyphony. It caps out at 12 when you get to the patches here with HZ. Now, let me show you. Let's start here. This is a nice place to start. What makes this unique, there's a couple things. Number one, it's 6 analog oscillators. So you have 6 oscillators. This is using 5 of the 6 oscillators. You have a cool mixer section. You have white and pink noise. You have the filter. You have the filter envelope, amp envelope. Here's your modulation sources. If you click here, you can toggle to a sequencer, which if you click where it says parameter 1, you can see velocity, parameter 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 5 different lanes of step sequence values, as well as the note pitches that could be used as modulation sources. There's multi-segment envelopes here to use as well, so it breaks out of the traditional just analog synth world. And then if you click the little around back, you have all sorts of parameters to control for the saturation of the sound. There's a fixed filter bank, which gives you access to the different, it's like a resonating bandpass filters, I believe would be maybe a good way to explain it. But you have the ability to like shape the sound, remove certain frequencies, keep certain frequencies, phaser, chorus, reverb, delay, compressor. It's got a lot going on. And so there's a lot of great patches. It's really great, really nice. The filter, the heart of the machine, will do wonderful subs. See how it keeps all that low end energy? So many filters and synthesizers, when you get down here into the 100 hertz, they drop their pants and they run. But here they don't. In fact, the amount of signal is really impressive. I'm gonna bring this down just a little bit so I'm not distorting it as much. That's your traditional ladder filter. The ladder gives it the ability to have an emphasis in the low end remain, whereas more a simplified filter, it kind of does this shape like this, and as it goes down, it doesn't keep the low end when it's going down. This works right. Sounds great. Yes, Gregory, I actually was almost gonna sell that sub. But this gentleman that works with blind people, really nice guy. He's working out of Gino Vanelli's studio in Troutdale. Really nice guy. He bought my Burl analog to digital converter, which I'm sad I had to let go, but I didn't see the need for it here. He wanted the sub really bad, and we couldn't sync up with everything. And now that I'm here, I realize in this size of a room, the sub would be nice. So I'm going to keep it. And no, it's staying in the family. Not letting it go. Let's see here. So the voicing was done by both Hans Zimmer and Kevin Schroeder, who has done the work on all the Dune patches and Dune libraries. He worked on the Dune soundtrack. He's a great programmer. But you really can feel, I mean, crank that. That's just beautiful.
And this is in unison, right? So what I love to do that Unify does so well, turn on Polybox, because we're all still set up, and say, give me 7 copies of this so I can play 8-note polyphonic. Play 8 of these at once. It's disgusting and we love it. So hold down Option or Alt, hit Init, bypass Polybox, and now we're back just to monophonic. Really, really lovely stuff. So if you want like an ultimate analog synthesizer, I don't think you're gonna get much more ultimate. Where's our glide? That's really close to an electric piano, so check this out. Now let's try that polyphonically. So we'll go over here and we'll say Polybox, give us 7 of that, and very, very nice. Good stuff. And then I'll go to Option Alt, Init, bypass Polybox, and now we're back to monophonic. Now this also has polyphonic, so we can set it to polyphonic, but it plays differently. So you can kind of choose, if you have Unify, which way you want to play with it. It's a little bit more attitude-y when it stays mono for each voice. But if we want to get to the some of the sequences, this will show you some of the fun stuff that's going on with And of course, for this, we got to get something going as well. So let's go over here to recycle. So I never wrote it. Let's see, I want to technically. Screw the knobs. Okay. Now, if we want to have a different patch from this, the legend, just go over here and say duplicate the layer. Let's go over here and find another BPM patch. There we go. Now I'm going to take Legend down an octave for the bass, so hold down Option, just drag. Let's get to be a little bit darker. Sounds really great. Let's do this. Let's get the. Let's go like filter max. There, that's better. We could add delays, we could go crazy and stuff like that, but you get the idea. Very fun, very, very, very fun. But there's power there. I mean, it's just... Some cool things that are also in here. If you go to the second page, there's an offset for the cutoff range, for the pitch range, the resonance range for the filter can be modified, the symmetry, the saturation. So you can saturate it with more of an analog saturation. This filter bank is really cool. Let's start something a little bit more normal than what we're at. I think I'm down an octave. So with this filter bank engaged, there's two different settings for vintage or flat. And with this, you can just... We just want to emphasize the mid frequencies. So here's without it. It's used for some really cool effects in some of the patches that they did. I think there's something about the configuring. I don't know if I have it set up quite right to be the most. Filter bank robot. So you can really hear now how it can emphasize. They do have the modulation setup, which is really nice, so that if we wanted like multiple segment, let's see which one is doing the pulsing. There's one, that's two. So one is halftime. So if we wanted to go over here and we wanted these to be dancing and stuff with those segment envelopes, all you have to do is say, let's use multi-segment number 1 and give it a strong range. If you click this little plus, then you can drag it over the knob that you wanted to control. So I want to control this one. And I want to control this one. And then I want to have multi-segment 2, which is doing double speed. I want this to be on this one. And also on, let's say, the reverb mix. So bring this down and just drag up to the wet dry. So now I got reverb balance changing with the... So it's pretty easy to program and set up. I'm a little disappointed there's not more visual feedback of waveforms going through it, level meters. There's very little indicators to tell you when you're overdriving where you are in the signal. So I would, oh, you do have right here gain reduction showing, but you don't have anything like showing you like the output levels, so you know what's going on. But it's great, really cool synth. So that's where we're at. I apologize for not getting the other camera up and running. It was running last night with ScreenFlow, but I didn't test it in OBS until today, and something isn't set. And so instead of all right, we have an interesting discussion going on. All right, I think this is where we'll stop today's live stream. I got to get ready. I've got the sofa and a dining room table coming today, and dishes. so I'll be able to eat cereal. Hey, 16914, good to see you. So we'll do this again next Saturday. We'll have some more fun things to show on and stuff like that. Can't justify. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you. Let's do our shout outs from wherever you are. This is my first official shout out from Eagle, Idaho. And Idaho's cool. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I was like all ready for all sorts of like, you know, I don't know. You just don't know when you're not there. But people here are really kind. Everything's clean. Food isn't quite the same as it is in Portland. I gotta tell you that. Good to see you, Vendor. Bram in Netherlands. Good to see you all. Thanks for joining us and showing up. It's awesome. Kasaka-san from Japan. I'm sorry for Kasaka-san. I think... Oh, no, we're doing it at the same time. So it's the same time. I was almost going to do it an hour earlier, which would start at 12 here, which would be 11 in Portland, which would be an hour earlier. But I was like, oh, no, Kasaka-san would have to get up even earlier in the morning. So maybe it's better. Kasaka-san, email me. Let me know. Would it be better if I'm an hour earlier? Because I thought about that. But I was like, 1 o'clock works. Gives me a little bit more time to get things ready here and stuff like that. Hello, Holland. We got Selenita in London. Hello. So thank you all for your support. We will continue on our adventures. The update to UniFi that Shane is working on is going to get people really excited here in a couple months. 2, 3, 4 months. I mean, we're not putting a time window on this, so Shane, don't freak out. When it's ready, we will let it out the door. Yay, Taylor. Thank you, Taylor. If you guys have tech support, Taylor is at UniFi support at pluginguru.com, and I check out there too, so we are there to help, but he is on it. Athena's coming back. Hi. Do you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say goodbye to everybody? Okay, come here. She's so big. She's not a lap dog. But she likes to say hi. Here, let's go to OBS, and we'll get it to be full screen so that we can... Where's Athena? My good girl. It's so funny. So I have to tell you, when oh, Athena can play. Cool. When I was away, we went to San Francisco right for my daughter's graduation. Let's see if I can get that out of the way. Get this. There she is. There she is. Such a good girl. When I went away for graduation in San Francisco, we had a babysitter watching Athena and my mom and dad's 2 dogs. And Athena sat by the front door for 3 days and would howl at night. She was missing. She's shedding like crazy too, so this black shirt I'm wearing is going to be gray. But she's my good girl. Hello! Okay, love you. Over there. What? Oh, she wants me to play. She wants to go play ball. We'll do that. Okay, well, thanks for joining me for this live stream. It means a lot. And we've got all sorts of cool stuff going. There's a sale at the website now through June 2nd. 40% off on everything at the site, except for UniFi. And the 6 lessons video tutorials are already discounted, so those are not included. Everything else is included. So thank you. Shout out to Shane. Shout out to Taylor. Shout out to all of you. If you have questions for live stream topics and stuff, we always love to look at new things. We're always showing the new synths that come out each week because people are developing stuff all the time. In fact, there was one more to show. Let me see if I can load it. Was it? Oh, I haven't even added it to UniFi yet. So if I go over to the plugins, we're talking to the developer. There apparently was an issue. Let's see. Let's go over here. VST3. Date added. Oh, I don't see it in the list. Interesting. Here. Yeah, no, I don't see it. Okay, well, oh, you know what? It was downloading, so I hadn't installed it yet. So, yeah, it finally downloaded. We'll show that next week. There's another one to show you. More will come every week. Dog fur and everything. Yeah. We know about dog fur. We love dog fur. Dog fur is good. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. We will be back next week for another live stream. And thanks for putting up with I'm using the little tiny what is this? Little DJI Osmo for the camera. Nice. It works good. So, all right, we'll see you later. All right, take care. Bye.